Hello everyone, we're the Good Stars. My name is Zay, and I just logged into the world, and this is what it looks like. And this is what it looks like. It's nighttime for some reason, even though I was pretty sure I had it set to day last time we played. The house is completely gone. There's foliage here, even though I was completely sure we had a whole house here, and here I had this moss hanging. So, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but this is not how I left things. So, I don't know where that leaves us. It leaves us with Sign of Time today. And, I was already thinking I'm not so happy with how this house is turning out. But I have no idea how or why this happened. I still have all the building blocks. It's like the world was just reset. But my player definitely wasn't, because look at all that. Those are definitely, like partially things I already had. So, I'm not quite sure what to do now. What is there to do? The house is gone, right? What do you do in this kind of situation? I'm not very tech savvy, so if this is I don't know if this was just a weird glitch because of all the mods, or because weird glitch because of all the mods, or if it was some thing that I did wrong, which is very unlikely because I've not been playing around with files or whatever, so I don't know how this could have happened. So I don't know where that leaves us, guys. I don't really know what to do now, because my whole plan today was my plan for today was this. I was gonna keep building the house, which is gone, and I was gonna introduce myself a little bit because I realized I hadn't really done that aside from a name, right? And I thought, okay, maybe it's just some low key chill building could be exactly the kind of episode to, I guess, I don't know, talk about whatever, right? But if this is how it's gonna be, we got to do a change of scenery. Okay, we're back. This time in a completely new world, completely vanilla, and updated for 1.20.1. No, 1.21.5, sorry. That took me 25 minutes to figure out, because I wanted to do something fancy, where we got into a new world and had a fresh start. Was only world edit and just enough items. That didn't work, so you know what, here we are in vanilla, fresh off the generation, no special seed or anything. So I don't know why any of that happened, but I'm not happy about it. So guess today's episode is not going to be building or looking around. It's going to be finding for a new place, a new idea to build. So just give me a few moments while I do that. Okay, we are back. I went to get some water, and now we can find a new place to live. As you can see, we're in the update with leaf litter and wildflowers and new eggs and all that good stuff. So now it's just finding a nice place to build something, and what that something is, we'll figure it out. I say that, and then there's this little area. Let's wait for some more trucks to load in, but this is giving me some inspiration. Because that cliff is like, it's all plains, I do believe. And got like this seems like a good place to build a house. Is this plains or is this meadow? This is a meadow. Oh, I love that. Oh, and they added the new flowers to the meadow biome. Oh, that's so pretty. And there's a village here? Whoa, and a cave. I think we could build something very cool here. Now that is something I am gonna miss, is just having the better brightness slider mod, because this is not my preferred way of playing without being able to see anything. Yeah, I think this is gonna be great. I'm just keeping on looking around. Meadow really expands until here. I like that there's a lot more. It feels like there's more variety of flowers in the meadow biome now, which is nice to know. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking we gotta do something with this cliffside, because it looks very pretty. And this right here, there's like a little waterfall going into a, I don't know if that's a whole cave or not, but I like it. It looks pretty. What is... Oh, I tried to spawn some flowers on here. And it didn't... Oh no. That's sad. But I think this could be a great place to build something, and here we already have a little bit of a natural slope. So if we get rid of this little pile, then this island could be like a big dock area over here, which actually... Okay. Actually, let's put up some signs right now. Let's see. What's awesome is we have the new Pale Oak, which I've not actually played around with yet. It's not that new. It's from 1.21, not 1.21.5. But I haven't actually played around with Pale Oak or the gardens quite yet. So this is exciting news. Okay, staying hydrated. So I think make a little pillar here to be like, hey, there's point of interest, docks. And then here it's gonna be point of interest, entrance, perhaps, because I like the idea that like there's houses going around the town. Like, we could build a whole town here, right? We could make houses going around the cliffside and on top of the cliff something, and cliffside gardens. Yeah, I think that would be nice. And here we could have point of interest staircase. We could have point of interest staircase, and then we just gotta figure out what kind of build we want to do. Okay, I think this is gonna be great. So first things first, gotta figure out what kind of style to build in. And that is gonna take a little bit of trial and error, I think. That's cute. Look at that. Um, trial and error, right? So we're working in purely for vanilla now. Like there's no mods or anything. But we are in a new update with new resin. I think this is a little bit too. Oh, that was a good sound. I can't for the life of me figure out how to capture game audio with OBS. So you might not be able to hear it. But if you have Minecraft, definitely try out and find the sounds yourself. It sounds nice. So we got all kinds of cool vanilla blocks to play around with now. So next step is to figure out what kind of style to build in. It does work. I saw this on Hermitcraft. I didn't know it was vanilla. I had to try it out, and that is very cool. Again, you guys don't have game sound. I was watching Hermitcraft the other day, and what I found out was that they have like player heads, not player heads, but like mob heads, so that if you kill enough of any mob, you could get its head, and then they have it also that if you put a mob head on a note block, that it'll make the sound of that mob, and it works in vanilla with like the normal heads you got, and I think that is very cool. I had no idea this was a thing. It doesn't work for a normal player head, which makes sense. But I had no idea that was a thing. So I had to test it out, and I'm glad it is. It's very funny. But I am getting distracted, so we gotta figure out what kind of style we want to build in, and the color palette. So I know at least I don't know, but I do want to try out some of this new pale oak, because it has like a very slight purpley hue on the planks. Maybe more pink or something, but it's got like very slight hue there, and I think that's pretty nice and could make it work well with some cherry wood, maybe. This one has the pale oak has a bit higher. It feels like it's higher contrast, or at least has more variety of the colors than the cherry wood does. Not a bad thing, just something I've noticed. We could also use some mangrove to pull out that pinky color, because this is pretty red. I think I like that combination right there. So we could use. Now the thing is, this is a huge project, and hopefully, assuming that it doesn't have some kind of weird glitch again. I really have no clue what was going on there. I don't sound very upset because I wasn't really liking where that house was going, but it's still distressing that it happened, because now I'm worried about my other worlds. Not necessarily some modded worlds, because I only had the one I used for recording and then a server that I play on with my friends sometimes. But like, I am worried about some vanilla worlds to see if it. But I doubt it's a vanilla glitch. I think it was a problem with the mods. So we shall see. And the good thing about using such high contrast is that we can just use something like that as an accent block. And I think I want some more something. Because we got very many. We have many different kinds of bricks now too. I don't think the quartz works. It would have been funny, but quartz is like has a more blue hue. I cannot pronounce that word very well. I'm not sure that's what's going on. So, what else is we could use deep slate to like match in with the pale oak logs. It is quite high contrast with the white, and I think we need more color if we're going to do that. So, the problem is that not very many logs have very much color, so we could try something like that. Again, I don't think it goes amazingly with the white of the pale oak. I will remember that name one day. But I also think that the mangrove to the deep slate, it doesn't have enough of a what would that be, saturation, tonal difference? I don't know. There's not very much contrast here. I think that the cherry with the deep slate goes well, and then the deep slate goes well with the pale oak, and the pale oak goes well with mangrove. So we could try some kind of gradient like that. We also have tough bricks, which I haven't been able to play around with yet, and I like that. So if we're going to do some kind of bigger structure, we could do a gradient of deep slate to tough, or even just using it as an accent like that. Wait, this gives me ideas. What if we do something like that? Especially on a bigger build, that could be amazing. I really like that. Okay, that's gonna be it. Okay. This is gonna be our trying out mountain. This can be our. We're gonna use it some time else mountain. So like that. Chisel tough bricks. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be amazing. This is fine. But so how does that look? The tough goes pretty well with this. I think it's still it needs the mangrove, and the tough needs a bit more of a buffer. I just don't think that a mangrove goes well with. Let's see. Is there anything else we can use with mangrove? If we're going to use full-on blocks, we could do that. Or rather, something like this. Because that could. Maybe. Is it a planks that's making it not mesh well with the bricks? That's what I'm thinking. Because it could be that's a texture thing. But then again, I like how that looks with the bricks better than that. So we'll keep playing around with it, but I do like the mangrove as an accent color. This has been a hectic episode, oh my gosh. I've been recording for 40 minutes and only, let's say, 10 minutes of that is actually usable so far. Well, I mean, I'm not sure. Which that's an update from last episode, which was when I tried to set a timer for how long I was going to record for. This time I'm doing a stopwatch, so I can see how long I've recorded for, but so I can let my future self know this is when something happens. So you gotta edit it out, like a sneeze, or well, the plan was us to use that for me not being able to do rule edit commands. That's not a problem now that we don't have rule edit, which is going to make building huge structures pretty difficult, I think. But that's okay. I like this color palette for right now. I think I like that we can make a gradient with tough and the deep slate. I think that could look very cool. Like if we do something like this. I think that works very well. And then maybe even on the biggest builds, we could even trickle in some stone bricks on top. Which you don't really notice it when it's on its own, but with the pure gray of the stone bricks, you can really see how the greens and the blues in the tuff. Which might be why it goes with this color palette so well, because these are all very warm. So this is like a split analogous color palette if we use tuff. Which if you don't know what that means, that's fine. It's analogous are colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So you have, you'd have the mangrove and the cherry and I guess acacia could work, because they're all next to red, right? Or close to red. The acacia just did not. I don't think that color orange just works. Let's see if we got a better one. Yeah, the terracotta. So these will be analogous, these three, because you got orange and red, and then pink is a bit funny because it can be something more purple leaning and more blue leaning, or it could be just a lighter color of red, depending on, hues and whatever. But that would be analogous, especially if you got, let's say, okay, let's do it this way. You got orange, red, and purple, or would be not this color purple, but like a purple would be analogous, because they are three colors that are all next to each other on the color wheel. Then you got complementary colors, which are colors that are on the opposite side of the color wheel, and that would be like cyan and red, right? These would be complete opposite side of the color wheel, which I think is also why they chose this bluey cyan color, and I guess they didn't. They used purple. Well, this one's pretty red. Doesn't matter. So why they use like red and blue for the new nether blocks, because they're on the opposite side of the color wheel, which makes them complementary. Because I don't currently know why, but colors on the opposite side of color wheels just look good together. So that's complementary colors. And then if you have analogous colors plus complementary, then you get a really good fleshed out color palette. Because here we've got a more orangey tone and a more pinky tone. And then this one is very slightly pink and red, maybe even a little bit purple in here, which makes these three close to being analogous. And this one has more bluey and green tones, which makes them complementary as one another. And if you put those two together, you get a very pretty and fleshed out color palette, which I think is why this works so well, at least in my brain. Like, taste is subjective, so whether or not like other people will like this, that's up to you. I like it, so I'm gonna build with it. That's how we're gonna do. I think we could we add in some birch, or would that would not really, would it? Because you see that the birch is then a completely different color from it. It's more yellow toned, which can go well with the greens and the blues, and can go well with, and does go well with pink honestly, but it can go well with like the more warm colors, but then together it just feels I don't know. I think it's too many colors to start out with. So this will be our color palette. We'll use mangrove as an accent, pale oak, pale oak as the base colors, tough bricks and deep sleep bricks for the foundational things, and maybe even some roofs or like outlines or something. And then we'll use the cherry woods for the rest. So I think this can go pretty well. Now this is going to be apparently a longer episode because I do actually want to start building soon. I do actually want to start building now, so we can have a little bit of it, but I'm not sure what I want to build. So what does that mean? I don't know. It means it could be a longer episode, and I start building something now, or at least start planning a build right now. Or it could mean that I'm gonna go draw out what kind of style I want to build, or at least like do a little preliminary sketch of it. We could do a preliminary sketch of the kind of style I want, so I can like play around and find out what exactly I want to happen, and then afterwards we can after I did that, we can start building in the next episode. Which I think I gotta change my Saturday upload schedule to a Sunday upload schedule because, fun fact, I'm actually recording this on the same Sunday it's going up, purely because I forgot about it. I kept telling myself, like, since the last episode was uploaded, okay, I'm gonna do some pre-recording, I'm going to do some pre-recording. And then I kept telling myself that, right? And then all of a sudden it was Saturday, and I realized, oh, I didn't actually do that. Let's go do that. And then there were other things going on that I got distracted. And then all of a sudden it was 10 o'clock on Saturday in the evening, I mean. And I was like, okay, well that didn't work. So now we're doing it Sunday morning, and I have currently 49 minutes of footage to go through and edit, and it's 10:22, and this video is going to be uploaded at 12 o'clock, so let's hope this goes well, which does mean I'm probably going to end the episode here. I mean, for all that has happened, all that has happened was that, like, our original world got completely reset. I have no clue how. Which means I was trying to figure out how to get World Edit to work on otherwise vanilla world for 13 minutes before 17 minutes, before giving up. And then trying to find a good place to build, and today it was mostly just picking color palettes, which I don't mind. This was fun. And I like this more chill approach, not trying to do everything all at once. So I think this is a good place to move forward with. We'll see how all this goes. Thank you all for bearing with me here, and thank you for watching. And let's all just really, really hope that this does not happen again, because I do not want to deal with starting over. And this is a completely vanilla world. Like, there's no mods or anything installed right now. So hopefully this does not happen again. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or your week. And I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.